What's a common first date activity that people do that's actually really stupid to do for a first date? My first date with my husband, blind date, we talked on the phone once, I didn't even know what he looked like, was to the symphony. It was an hour away and then there was the symphony with a full intermission worth of potential awkwardness, then a full hour drive back. I mean, clearly the date went amazing. We went to ice cream afterwards and sat in his car talking until 3 in the morning. But I never thought about it until right now how potentially disastrous that evening could have been if we hadn't had major chemistry. If you're asking out someone you haven't spent more than 5 minutes with, I feel like dinner or even lunch is a terrible idea. Once you've ordered, you're kind of committed to a minimum of 45 minutes with them. You might find 5 minutes in that they're a complete asshat. At least a coffee is short enough that you can finish and part ways, or if you're having fun then you can suggest that you're hungry and could go for an early dinner. I took a girl to a first date at a wine and canvas thing. We both liked to draw and paint and had similar tastes in drinks. Lots to talk about, an activity to occupy us if there was a lull in the conversation. Great idea, if only I had considered the fact that when I draw/paint I pretty much shut everything else out and just draw/paint. Poor girl spent 3 hours with me as I grunted out responses, had a scotch and painted something that I still use as a holiday decoration to this day. We did not have a second date. Don't take people to a wine and canvas event if you turn into a monosyllabic, boozy artist. Hiking. I've had men ask to do this a lot for first dates. I don't know you, I'm a short skinny gal, I'm not going on a 5-mile hike up a mountain with a big grown man I don't know. After we have been in a relationship for a while and I feel comfortable, do it, sure, great activity. But first date, especially first date from a dating app and we haven't met yet, absolutely not. Hiking, no. Just no. Go for coffee and take a walk around the outdoor mall with my dog, yes. In John Waters' memoir he talks about going to these fright and fight double features where they would show a horror movie then a kung fu movie back to back. And I can't imagine how many poor women were taken to these to be subjected to not one but 2 bad movies in a row, only for the guy she's with to get in a fight in the parking lot afterwards trying to impress her. What are some reasons for not wanting a relationship? When I was younger, felt worth tolerating someone I loved, regularly pick fights over made-up reasons, complain about literally everything, and who was, I assume, primarily only interested in me for my money. Not all women, I completely get, but apparently all women that are willing to date me. Now that I'm older, I don't care about enough to tolerate the drama or the cost. I own my own home that I can afford by myself. I'm not rich by any means, but I don't spend much. So, I have more disposable income than I've had in my life that I can use on things that are important to me. I'm free. It'd be hard to go back. Honestly, my mental health, it's not even that I don't want a relationship, I'm open to one if it comes along, but I know I have issues to work on before it'll be entirely healthy. My mom isn't the most stable person around and I find myself hyper-focused on looking for signs of emotional instability or anything that reminds me of her, and it prevents me from asking anyone out. Plus I'm generally an anxious and introverted personality type and that doesn't mesh well with most people actively looking for relationships. Ultimately it's not that I'm not open to it, I'm just comfortable working on myself until something comes along. If I were single now, I wouldn't have any trouble finding a FWB. I know how to cook, run a household, I'm advancing my career, my body is now shredded, and I'm developing as a person every day. I don't need a woman, and the moment women stop with their man hate and the bar is on the floor BS is the moment I'd find myself wanting to be in a relationship. Who wants to be with someone who is previously openly hated on their group? A lot of women don't bring anything to the table, so why date when you could go on Tinder, OkCupid, Field, or Poff and find someone that is cool that will take care of your sexual needs and stay single? In my experiences, most conflicts are over stupid things and happen to be the most damaging in relationships, or at least my last 2. I don't have the time to deal with seemingly little things that aren't a big deal. It's not that I don't respect someone's feelings, but we can all agree that some things aren't worth the hassle. Secondly, I also like doing things spontaneously and on my own time. I hate having to constantly check in or deal with what time will you be back? And lastly, I'm just happy with myself and my friends. My friends bring more value and improve my life more than any woman I've dated. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for your mental and physical health. What are some other things most people don't normally think to try that actually improve physical/mental health? Supplementation. Pull some recent medical journal articles like from the Big Non survey, only 95% have low Vit-D blood levels. For example, the meme advice about a balanced diet provides everything you need is idiotic because it's medically false and no one can define a balanced diet beyond you should feel guilty for not eating one. Not all vitamins and minerals are neuroactive, however being marginally unhealthy never made anyone's mental health better, lol. Conscious breathing. I don't like calling it meditation because that makes me feel like I'm doing a thing, if that makes sense. But I try to take a 5-minute break every day to just concentrate on my breathing and sort of recenters me for the rest of the day. Sometimes it doesn't do anything if I'm super busy or can't get into the proper headspace, but I think it's still a useful thing to do for your mental health. Explore the world around you and see new things. You don't need to go far. Go to the grocery you didn't try before. Try a new park. Look at maps, Google Maps and Street Views and find places that you didn't know existed, then go there. Roads don't send you on journeys. You have to step off the routine path and go the wrong way and get lost now and then. Even a small town is rarely fully known. Don't wait your whole life to find out the best slice of pizza was a mile away but you didn't look. Eating right. especially in a world where a burrito is a 5-minute from your house drive away. Getting a hobby that we enjoy and can potentially challenge you. Even something as simple as a puzzle. Simple is a relative term. I've seen some where the picture on the box doesn't match what you're putting together and the pieces fit more than one other piece. Doing something that benefits someone other than yourself. Volunteering at a homeless shelter, food kitchen, church, cleaning up a park/reserve, just doing something that actually gives back. Learning how to meditate, drinking lots of water, being daily outside, go to bed and, especially, wake up daily at the same time. Daily a moment of really contact with someone. Creatine 5 mg/day ICW power training. Psychotherapy to know, let's support and train yourself. Good music, book, art, what touches your soul and makes you connect again with the world around you. Develop through the years your own values and, therefore, your goals in your life. Day obsessively track deliveries of items ordered online? I do because for some reason USPS likes to deliver my packages at 10 p.m., sometimes to my neighbor's house. I do it because I don't want my stolen. Yes, and let me tell you it's a wild ride. When that USPS plane takes off at 2 a.m. with my squirrel keychain from Amazon, I'm on my knees praying. I'd say I track it once a day or every 2 days. After today I just need to make a list of everything ordered lol. Yes, that's half the fun. Yep, sure do. Drives me nuts but can't seem to stop doing it. Yep, me lol, I get too excited for new packages. Yeah, I like to see how efficiently my packages moves around the country. Pretty cool to see. Sometimes I even like to Google Maps the warehouse just to see what's around. Serious, what are your go-to coping mechanisms to deal with loneliness? It's like, okay, we fall victim to believing the worst things our minds believes us to be. Awkward, annoying, a burden to those around us, out of touch, lame, which might be true to those we know. But if you imagine a version of yourself that exists outside the realm of those restrictions, well, go do something where nobody knows you and be the person that exists outside that realm. Hobbies. Immersing yourself in any hobby usually leads to a community of people that share the same hobby, and it doesn't need to be in person. In the last few years I've taken up music production, and the hours I've poured into it and the communities I've been a part of really make you feel like you're not alone, all from the comfort of my office chair. Sleep. I know it's weird but trust me Therese, nothing that a short sweet nap or oversleeping can't fix. When you're tired of the world, get some of that sweet pillow action in a cold room with the fans on. But if you can't sleep, take a hot shower and put her favorite music on blast, maybe sip some beer or champagne. Maybe play her instrument after. Do you want to be lonely and you're just trying to accept it? Or you want to stop being lonely and find a good company? I'm asking because sometimes I genuinely want to be lonely and had hard time convincing people it's my choice. If you don't want to be lonely, best thing to do is see what hobbies you enjoy the most and then join a group that enjoy the same hobby. Even if you're shy and timid at first, doing something you like will make you feel happier, and that's always a good thing. If you want to be lonely and looking for ways to enjoy yourself on your own, pursue solitary activities like reading, watching TV, gardening, etc. Putting something on in the background helps, music/TV, even if you are not fully invested in it. Then I usually go hug my dog. Suppose the only long-term solution is find more people to hang about with via hobbies or grow to accept and love being in your own company and do some fun activities to entertain yourself. Going to cafes for lunch or the cinema on your own is completely valid. Hope you're okay. Daytime activities. Take a drive, get a coffee, walk around the store, go for a walk, go to the gym. Nighttime activities. Do a craft. I like to watercolor and make macrame plant hangers, put on a comfort show, text a friend, get on Reddit, bake, clean a room, like high school cleaning where you kind of tear it apart before you clean it and really organize it, read a book, take a long bath/shower.